Have you ever felt like you're walking through life with a heavy shadow clinging to your heels? A shadow of doubt, of past mistakes, of fear about what's to come. What if I told you that this shadow isn't your enemy, but an inseparable part of your journey, a companion you can learn to walk with? Let's imagine a story together. Picture a young child walking along a winding path at dusk. The world is bathed in the soft, fading light of the setting sun. In one hand, this child carries a small, simple lantern. It's not much, but its warm, golden glow cuts through the gathering twilight, illuminating the stones and roots on the path just ahead. As the child begins to walk, something magical happens. A shadow springs to life, stretching out long and thin behind them. With each step forward, the shadow dances. When the child holds the lantern up high, proud and confident, the shadow shrinks, huddling close to their feet, almost disappearing. But when they lower the lantern, perhaps out of weariness or uncertainty, the shadow looms large, a giant, distorted version of themselves, stretching far into the darkness ahead. At first, the child is frightened. This dark looming figure mimics their every move, a constant, silent follower. They try to run from it, but it keeps pace effortlessly. They try to stomp on it, but their foot passes right through. The shadow is always there, an undeniable presence. Now think about your own life. That lantern is your inner light. It's your hope, your passion, your awareness, your love, your unique talents. It's the core of who you are. And the shadow? Well, that's everything else. It's your fears, your insecurities, your past regrets, the parts of yourself you'd rather not look at. It's the what-ifs that keep you up at night, the memory of a past failure, the anxiety about a future challenge. Just like the child, we often try to get rid of our shadows. We try to ignore our anxieties, push down our painful memories, and pretend our flaws don't exist. We think that if we can just outrun this darkness, we'll finally be happy and whole. But just like the child on the path, we find that the shadow is always there. The more we run from it, the more it seems to chase us. The more we fight it, the more energy it consumes. But what happens when the child stops running? In our story, the child, exhausted from trying to escape the inescapable, finally sits down. They place the lantern on the ground beside them. In the steady, gentle light, they turn and look, truly look, at their shadow for the first time. It's not a monster. It's just a shape. An absence of light created by their own presence. It has no power of its own. Its size, its shape, its very existence is determined entirely by the lantern and where the child chooses to stand in relation to it. This is a profound moment of realization. The child understands that the shadow isn't a separate entity to be feared or fought. It's a consequence of the light. You cannot have one without the other. The brighter the light, the sharper and more defined the shadow becomes. This is a powerful metaphor for our own lives. Your greatest strengths are often directly linked to your greatest vulnerabilities. The deep empathy that allows you to connect with others might also make you more susceptible to their pain. The fierce ambition that drives you to succeed might also be the source of your fear of failure. The creativity that allows you to see the world in new ways might also make you feel isolated at times. They are two sides of the same coin. The light and the shadow are born from the same source, you. Accepting this is the first step toward true inner peace. It's about shifting your perspective from, how do I get rid of this shadow, to, how do I learn to walk with it? It's about understanding that your insecurities don't negate your strengths. They are part of the same complex, beautiful human package. So the child stands up again, but this time they don't run. They hold their lantern steady and begin to walk with a newfound understanding. They notice that when they walk towards the light source, let's imagine the moon rising in the distance, their shadow falls behind them. They are leading, and the shadow is following. But when they turn their back on the light and walk into darkness, their shadow is cast long and menacing in front of them, blocking their view of the path. This is the choice we all face every single day. Which way will you turn? Will you turn your back on your inner light, your hope, your purpose, and let your fears and doubts lead the way, casting a long shadow over your future? Or will you face the light? Will you focus on your purpose, on gratitude, on love, on the positive actions you can take right now, and let the shadow of your past and your fears fall behind you where it belongs? It's not about pretending the shadow isn't there. The child is still aware of it. It's still part of the journey, but it no longer controls them. They have learned to be the one holding the lantern, the one who directs the light. They understand that the darkness is just as much a part of the path as the light. Sometimes the path is smooth and well lit. Other times, it's rocky and shrouded in darkness, and all you have is the small glow of your lantern to see the very next step. And that's okay. That one step is all you ever need to see. This journey is what we call self-awareness. It's the practice of observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's about acknowledging your shadow, saying, "Hello, fear. I see you there. Hello, doubt. I know you're with me." But not handing it the lantern. You remain the carrier of the light. Think about the most inspiring people you know. Do you think they live shadow-free lives? Absolutely not. In fact, it's often those who have faced the deepest darkness who shine the brightest. They have learned to navigate their own shadows. They've stumbled. They've been afraid. They've lowered their lantern and watched their shadow grow monstrous. But they learned to pick it back up, to hold it steady, and to keep walking. Their brilliance isn't a denial of their darkness. It's a testament to their journey through it. So, how can we practice this in our daily lives? First, identify your lantern. What fuels you? What brings you joy and a sense of purpose? Is it your creativity, your kindness, your family, your passion for learning, your connection to nature? Nurture that light. Make time for it. Protect it. When you feel lost or overwhelmed, that is your true north. Second, acknowledge your shadow with compassion. When you feel anxious or inadequate, don't scold yourself. Instead, get curious. Ask, what is this shadow trying to tell me? What fear is it rooted in? Often, our shadows are like scared children, just wanting to be seen and reassured. By treating your own vulnerabilities with kindness instead of contempt, you rob them of their power over you. And third, choose where you focus. You can't stop the shadow from existing, but you can choose to walk towards the light. This means practicing gratitude, focusing on solutions instead of problems, celebrating small wins, and surrounding yourself with people who reflect your own light back at you. The child in our story eventually reaches the end of the path. They look back and see the winding road, patches of light and long stretches of dark. They look at the lantern in their hand, still glowing warmly, and they look at their shadow, now a quiet companion resting at their feet. They are no longer afraid. They understand that the light showed them the way, but the shadow taught them where to place their feet carefully. Both were necessary. Both were part of the same beautiful, unfolding journey. Your life is that path. You are that child, and you are the one holding the lantern. Don't be afraid of your shadow. It's proof that you are standing in the light. Learn to walk with it, learn from it, but never ever let it lead the way. Hold your light high, face forward, and walk your path with courage and grace. The world needs your unique glow. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this story resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content to help you carry your lantern. See you in the next one.